does just let go, but you almost need to be the water that helps the love blossom. And then once you get that connection with her, it will build that relationship between you. And so she will be more receptive to you and to wanting to spend time together with you, so that you can really, really connect with that love, that she will take that advice back from you. And I know that you're a very good guide, because your grandmother tells me that. She says to me here that you've helped all your children. Would that make sense for you?
Well, I only have a daughter, but I had many children that I took care of. So, yes.
Yes,
that makes
okay,
sense.
that's fine. That's good, because I just got it as all your children. And this would be, your grandmother tells me, the same way that your dad helped you. Would you understand that?
Who?
Your father. Oh, I do apologise. The dog's going crazy there. So the same relationship that you would have had with your father steering you when you were younger, giving you advice and guidance. If you don't understand that, it's okay to say no. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Are you still there, my darling? Yeah, I think we may have a little bit of a technical hitch there, guys. But it's what I find quite funny, while we just try and get her back, is that when we started the show this evening and we talked about how we can get ourselves unstuck in life, isn't it wonderful how that gets held universally? And that's actually come through and has been one of the readings here this evening. I just feel that's absolutely incredible. So what I want to say to you is, never hold on to what anybody else feels that you are, or anybody's view of what you should or shouldn't be, because what you are and what they think of you is none of your business. Oh, I think we've got it back, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, are you back, my darling?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, that's good. So just to finish off your reading, my lovely, did you hear the point I made about your father guiding you when you were younger, or being very much the steer about how things needed to go?
No, not really, because I didn't have any contact with my real dad.
No, that's fine, but I need to acknowledge the father figure, who would have been quite like a captain steering the ship. And this will be a gentleman that's passed through a cancer-related condition as well. Just in case you're not able to place him. If you can't place him right now, don't worry, my darling. But it's just that affirmation back, that if you help turn the ship around and steer the ship back on course and follow what your grandmother has been saying to me, and just start, she's suggesting, with the meal times, because she used to love those meal times and that interaction that you had, that will really, really start to bring her back together with you and help restore your relationship, where you can make that real big difference in her life and help her awaken and fall on her path as she needs to be. So I really, really hope, as I leave your grandmother's love with you, that's provided you with some divine insight tonight and has brought you some comfort. Oh, are you still there, my darling? Oh no, she's run away again. We've let her get away, ladies and gentlemen. But what can you do? Look, my darling, if you come back on the show another time, it will be my absolute pleasure to link back in with you. Ladies and gentlemen, my time is coming to an end soon. But if you wish to contact me via the show, you're very welcome to do so through the A1R Facebook radio page, or you can get hold of me on www.ianmason.com, or through Facebook myself as Ian Mason, where you'll see my nice shiny head pop up with a big, big smile that's waiting for you all. So I'd like to leave you with my love, my gratitude, my thanks and my joy to be able to share my gifts with you this evening. As I say, God bless you all. Thank you very, very much.
Hi, I'm on, and thanks for watching Moonstruck. And now A1R on the air. Psychic Talk Radio on Moonstruck TV. Enlightening television.
Hello, welcome to the show. This is Soulstar Radio, and we're coming to you live from the Reiki Cottage in Preston, Victoria, Australia. And good morning, afternoon, and evening, no matter where you are in the world. I'm joined by the wonderful Helen O'Connor, who's a Reiki master, amongst many other things. I know her from way back. She's a wonderful lady, and we're actually in her healing studio here. So I'd like to welcome you to the show, Helen.
Thank you, Jacqueline.
So tell me, we've sort of known each other like way back, but for people who haven't met you, and certainly introducing sort of watchers, viewers, listeners, telepathically listening people, about your sort of journey with Reiki and what Reiki is, but what sort of got you started on the healing journey?
Okay, so in October this year, and I'm very proud of this, it's going to be 30 years since I first learnt Reiki, and my life absolutely hit me on the head. I was teaching at the time. I taught in special ed. I taught kids with special needs, and I was looking for something. I'd done shiatsu, but I knew that there was something more for these hands. I'd been into psychic stuff and crystals, and I was the old hippie, getting into whatnot. But when I did Reiki, it was like, oh my God, this is what I'm here to do. And I resigned from teaching at the end of that year. That's coming up 30 years. And I started this journey. Now, back then, I was living with anxiety. I used alcohol to let you know.
Very common amongst sensitive people.
Yep. And Reiki just calmed me. And then I thought, I got a Reiki table and Reiki anyone who would let me Reiki them. And I began this journey. I actually spent 2 years volunteering for a complementary therapies group of people with HIV and AIDS. And that was like an amazing apprenticeship for me. And eventually became a teacher of Reiki. And then 23 years ago, moved to this property, which had a garage in the backyard. And I converted into what's now called the Reiki Cottage. And that's just turned 23 years.
That's beautiful.
So it's been a roller coaster journey, as anyone knows, when you commit to your spiritual journey.
Woohoo! It's getting real.
So panic attacks started. I, had counselling. Reiki helped. I learned tapping. I learned neuro-linguistic programming, and I've had clients over the years. I now see people all over the world for tapping. And people come to this little cottage in Preston for Reiki.
Yeah, beautiful. I remember you also did some quite a lot of Reiki on me at a sort of point there, and I remember my father turning up at the end of the table, and I went, hello. I think he's dead now.
There's been a few spirits in this cottage, I can tell you that now.
So I was like, that's how I know my dad's dead. He's just popped up at the end of the table and we're showing us. So what sort of things, what's the most standout experience you've had with Reiki, maybe the most, satisfying, but also the most weird, like two different ones?
All right.
Yeah.
One, when talking about spirit and your father and my father, just after my dad died, I was doing a Reiki here and the music started going on. And I just knew it was him. And I'm like, excuse me, do you mind? I'm doing a Reiki.
With a client?
With a client. I'm getting paid, so stop it. And so he did. And then another time, I thought, all right, I'm open for you to come. And he was a funny guy. He was a really funny guy, my dad. And I said, okay, you can show yourself if you'd like to. So within a minute, this bird came flying at the window, full at the window, went down, shook himself off, and then just sat on the fence out there and just looked at me. And I just so knew it was him. Yeah. I've had, doing attunements for people for Reiki, their grandmothers and mothers who come in just like they have done for you. So, that's the weird stuff, I suppose. No, it's not weird. It's not weird. Do it. Satisfying. Oh my God, I'm actually. I love Reikiing pregnant women.
Yep.
And I Reiki'd a birth once.
Wow.
That was pretty amazing, and it was actually a water birth.
Oh.
And she didn't want to be touched.
Yeah.
At that stage, you know, when you just hate everybody. And, and so I put my hands in the water and Reiki the water.
Yeah.
And that birth was just
Easier.
easy, amazing, gorgeous.
I remember once, you know, my poor dear at the time partner, and he was like, he's doing this. He's going, don't worry, it'll be okay. I'm here. And he's actually doing this around my thumb. And the first time with the first birth, I'm like totally just putting up with that because I've got a lot of other stuff going on. And the birth was like, I don't know, an hour in the hospital because, you know, that baby's coming on through. Yeah, it was like a football match, yeah. Certainly the midwife sort of spoke about football references. But the second time around, it was like, I'm in charge now. And it was a 7-hour birth in the hospital. And they said, the doctor's not here yet. But, you know, they showed me this crow hook thing. And we're all, and I said, and I crossed my legs and went, you show me the doctor, I'll show you a baby. But no doctor, no baby, so guess what you're doing? And but then he tried this thing, the partner. Don't worry, it'll be okay, rubbing the thumbnail. And I just said, stop that. And then I said, give me your arm. And he couldn't use his arm or lift it for about a month after that. And so he thoroughly participated in the birth experience, but that's not quite Reiki, is it?
Not quite.
Not quite.
Well, both my children's births were Reiki. I had a Reiki person at the birth. So the pregnancies were Reiki, and I was 37 and 40 when I gave birth. Completely natural births, no.
Wow.
You know.
Now that's amazing.
And my husband at the time for the second birth, actually, he did the Reiki, and he felt that baby receive the Reiki just as he was coming out. And it was, pretty, and he was a buffer.
Yeah.
And,
yeah. Nothing quite like a kid with a big head, is there?
Yeah. So, gorgeous now. But it was at 40, it was, you know, it was painful, but I know the Reiki helped. And, you know, I didn't need outside help.
So what we might do today is we're going to actually show you some Reiki. Don't worry, be with clothes on, there's no birthing happening.
Yes.
Although it could be a rebirthing. That's possible, but we're going to show you. Helen's going to explain the steps, and I'm going to lie down on this table there, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So you can take us through how it all happens and maybe explain what Reiki is while you're going.
Sure. Yep. Okay. All right. So we'll just get you on the table. So if someone comes in for a Reiki, I'll do their client form, get some history. Hang on, I'm just going to put that towel. Yeah.
Probably should take my hat off. Yeah. Kind of handy. Yep.
All right. Yep. Go. Cover you up. Yeah, as you say, uncross those legs. She's defensive already.
Oh, I'm always doing that. It's a shield making thing.
Oh, I know.
Sort of waiting for the next Excalibur.
Make it nice and warm.
Hi, Donna, by the way. Got to say hi, Donna. Yep. And Daryl. And
nice and warm.
everyone else. Yeah, I'm warm. I'll be fine.
Okay. So Reiki is a